Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us today on this Thursday afternoon for yet another webinar that we're proudly presenting as Team RigER. And today's topic is very interesting because it's not necessarily operations driven or focused, but instead of that is focused on a specific function in an organization that is considered to be exceptionally critical and very important, especially in the times of crisis or the times of change, because it does provide that essential service that drives the revenue, to be precise. As one of my former managers used to say, that without sales, there's no business. And here we are. So we'd like to present today's topic as the Oilfield CRM. And it's not necessarily about the sales per se, but however, it relates to a specific function in the organization that relates to the customer relationship management. And today's agenda is made of several topics. So we'll talk about the special CRM for the oilfield. Again, since we're an oilfield provider as a software solution, we'll specifically focus on the requirements for the CRM in the oilfield. We'll talk about the sales opportunities, sales events tracking, and reports in the sales activities, and cover a few other topics related to the sales and the customer relationship management. Today's presenters are going to be myself, Nikolai Korniuk. You haven't met me yet. So that's what I look like. And Michael is also going to be shedding some light on his experience regarding the CRM in the oil field. So what is customer relationship management? And I am sure that most of you know and have actually looked up for different solutions in your businesses when you run it for a CRM. So, so what is it, Michael?
Yeah, the CRM, or customer relationship management, is a special software which help you track all the contacts and events with your potential clients. However, the CRM concept developing, and right now we have several types of CRM. So we can identify a marketing CRM, which usually works with the digital marketing, sales, which supports sales process. Then we extend this and move to the sales projects, and even the operational transactions sometimes included to the CRM system, because part of the operations could be a part of the CRM. And definitely because the CRM from perspective, money-wise perspective, starting point of the transaction. So we required lots of integrations with the accounting systems, operation systems. So CRM right now is very wide and very popular and fast-growing software segment from a business software perspective.
Yeah, and again, CRM is just kind of seems to be a phrase that catch all. However, we do understand that every industry has its specific requirements and specific view of the sales process, and this is why we wanted to make sure that we present a solution that works for the oil field. But going back to what actually are the options that are in the market as far as the CRM capability or CRM software goes. So the Gartner came up, or every year they come up with a magic quadrant, so to speak, where they put different providers into the different parts of the quadrant. And here is specifically where they put different providers for the CRM solution. And you can see that they can be from the contenders to the masters to the pace setters and leaders.
I agree that every single industry their own requirements. Moreover, a company, when they grow and become more mature, the company will require different CRM, different approach. So, and really tough to understand what kind of CRM you need and every given moment, and what kind of solution you require. So really depends on the company internal business processes, companies specific sales process design, marketing needs, and other stuff. So today we will talk a little bit why we choose our own way and why we build our own solution for our clients.
But first, we wanted to start with what was our experience in the use of different CRM systems, because we are in the business of getting the value to our customers. So we've used throughout the history of our company different tools, right, Michael?
Yeah, absolutely. So, starting business in 2012, well, we trying to track all our leads in Excel spreadsheets, and it was really tough because when you start tracking all the contacts and follow-ups, miss some follow-ups, read record, duplication, and other stuff. So it was really tough. So those days I thought that, okay, I need probably a supporter or helper to run those Excel spreadsheets. And one day I find out the AMA CRM can help me a lot with the um, tracking all the sales activities. And it was a very good move because after that I can run 5, 6, 7 times more transactions by myself, simply running this in one single solution. But again, those period was only um, um, focusing on the sales cycle, and we uh, made conclusion that we need to add more. Management, marketing portion of the CRM. So that is why we decided to move forward from our CRM to SharpSpring. So, and Nikolai will describe this experience.
Indeed, indeed. So again, one thing is just to manage your sales. Another one, understand that there's sales and marketing, and the two really are sort of left and right hand of the sales process. So you hand a lead from one stage to another, and then the sales pick is in the marketing, and then the sales team picks it up and starts working with an opportunity. So when we started looking at the options at the time, so we saw that value for money and the on the product line for the marketing and sales CRMs. So the SharpSpring came up as an opportunity for us to embark on and integrate with for our own internal processes. It was a good experience for us. It really is a handy tool. And as we moved on and expanded further, so then what we decided, actually, we need to kind of expand our search and see what other solutions are out there that provide additional usability and user experience, as well as the training ability for the team, and additional value for money, so to speak. So well, and then from that moment, we moved into the HubSpot, which provides both the marketing and the sales modules for the companies that want to use both, or you can select and opt out of whatever you want to opt out of, and use one of the modules if it's more preferable or easier for you. And since then, we've been using HubSpot. As something tells me that it's not the final solution in the end, because as Michael's just mentioned, we do evolve. Our sales process evolves, marketing activities evolve. We do have to be agile, as well as we have to look at other solutions that are appearing in the market that can simplifies and streamline our processes even internally.
And one of the crucial thing was the integration with our internal processes and the integration with other software systems which we use, and understanding that we not missing any point of information. So that is why kind of a standalone solution become a big problem if you'd like to integrate with the other different things. So, for example, integration with a social media become crucial for us. The integration with our accounting systems become more important as well, because the number of transactions is growing and you'd like to track everything. So that is why the kind of understanding what kind of solution you'd like to use and like to utilize, it's very, very important question, and we asking those questions regularly.
Yeah, indeed. So, and that leads us again into the realm of where we are operating as our own software, as our own solution. Because when we look at the CRM as a is a category of the software. We're also a software company, so we'll look at what value we provide to our clients as an operations management system and where we do fee it. And we understand that we're an interesting software that helps operations, but also connects the whole organization together. And there's a category of the software in the market right now that identifies itself as an ERP, so as a solution that actually connects different departments and shares information between the different departments and adds value to the organization by actually putting everything in order. So that's called an ERP. So what we understand due to the value or by the assessing the value that we provide, we do fit the general description of the Oilfield ERP solution. And but building on the notion of connecting an organization from the initial client call to the final invoice and on to the reporting and the financial analysis. So we have come up with the concept of the Oilfield CRM because we understand a little bit more about the industry when we are in it, and we wanted to introduce that whole concept as part of our solution itself.
Yeah, talking about ERP and the position of CRM and ERP, it could be an integrated solution for the entire system, or it could be a separate solution with integration with ERP. So we decided that based on several examples of our clients that the integration with other solutions could be very time consuming and very expensive. So that is why because the number of clients and number of clients requests growing, asking, can you guys help us to manage our sales? So that is why we add Oilfield CRM to our the entire business suite. So CRM right now is a portion of the Oilfield ERP version 7.7 Calgary. And it's a new module available for all our clients since September this year. So let's talk about a little bit more about this module precisely. So the Oilfield has a very specific requirement. So and that is why like kind of major solutions required at least adjustments or refocusing of the ERP and CRM focus and sales focus. Talking about energy service and equipment rentals business modules, we can define two major modules. So localization and specialization. So localization means that vast majority of companies, they'd like to move and put the business service areas to the as much close as to the oil patch. So a service area could be in 8 to 12 hours driving radius, and the company will provide like the entire spectrum of the solutions for the oil field for a specific focus. Another business model is specialization, when the company is focusing on the specific services or equipment and providing those specific services and equipment. Both those modules narrows the number of contacts with whom you need to build relationship and develop relationship. And because of the industry is very narrow and very relation dependent, the company very kind of they do not require the CRM with thousands of records and kind of developing the big data and understanding what is your ideal client profile. You probably know all those guys with whom you will work in the next 5 years, and those 200 to 800 contacts, this is the only group of people which you will deal with for the next years. Usually what we see, there are 1 or 2 salesperson and they can efficiently work with those numbers with 200 or 800 contacts, like less than 1,000. And another option, it could be a field technician, sales representatives, so where the technicians who provide the service, they do an extra sales or build a relationship with the particular rig managers or engineers or company men in the oil field, oil patch.
So we did, and this is the conclusion we came to, that you don't have to have a CRM that can hold thousands upon thousands upon thousands of the contacts, because you'll get inundated with them. So the purpose was actually to of the CRM and the oil field is just to retain the information about the key relationships that you maintain in a very confined industry, and make sure that you capture all the value, all the value interactions or valuable interactions in that, and retain that information, because that's the most important part of the ERP. So that's where the concept of the CRM came up from for us when we started implementing it in or thinking of it and then implementing it in RigER.
Yeah, so the major the concept of the CRM is to manage sales events and sales activities, identifying opportunities, and then convert those opportunities to the rental service agreements or sales orders. So sales activity become a single event, email, call, where we interact with the client and can put some records about this new activity, which can develop to the opportunity when we can discuss a particular needs for particular locations and enter some comments, internal and external comments, which we can use for the future. So right now we have several types of sales activities: calls, meetings, emails. Definitely we connect with the same clients which we already have in the system. So it doesn't mean that we couldn't add new clients, but usually you working with existing clients a lot. So the number of new clients usually less than 20%. And definitely you can identify location, state, and region and sales area, but those are optional fields. And if it's necessary, you can enter and attach files to support the sales activity. It could be email attachments. You can check the doc history, and right now you can enter sales activity in the cloud and in the mobile devices.
And the key thing here is just, again, why we wanted to make sure that we have something of that kind in the system, such as a CRM capabilities, that because it's the same interface. If you're using a RigER for the operations, you know what it looks like. You know what the fields mean, and they match between the different modules in key fields. So that's where, internal comments would be the same field, the same looking field as it is in the rental service agreement or in the ticket that you generate as part of the operations management. So this is where we wanted to create a seamless experience for the whole team, and we're now reaching out into the sales activities. So the next step is the opportunities.
Yeah, the opportunities, when we start the opportunities, and we can build the opportunities based on the sales activities, when we identify a particular deal or particular job, and we can put more details about this job, add estimated rental period if we know it, add particular line items, which will be rental unit services or goods provided to this location, and just understand the timeline. And definitely, if you like to build a quote or bid, so this will be part of the opportunity, and you can move forward. Moreover, based on this opportunity, you can build a follow-up sales events or sales activities and assign this to a particular salesperson. And in this case, you can understand a step-by-step order for or history of this opportunity.
Perfect. And I just wanted to add one little comment to here. So you can see in the red boxes that you can have you can put an estimated rental days and rental period, and the items that the system will calculate an estimated value based on that input. But we also understand that at a certain point in time, when you only start working with an opportunity, you may have a sort of specific an initial assessment of what the value might be. Some sales guys may have more experience, understand that this can be a big opportunity, a small opportunity, but you have to quantify it somehow. So we also have a value of an assessed value. So it's not a calculated, but it's your or the sales guy's estimate. This is what the opportunity may present as a value, and that will then down the road help you to analyze different opportunities and prioritize them. So there's a couple of ways how you can manage this information in the system, as well as make decisions as you move along.
Yeah, and talking about value, and here's another next step. So the value will show you where you need to focus to better understand what kind of deal we're talking about. Is 2,000 or 2 million deal, and you as a manager, and this is like sales activity dashboard and the opportunity dashboard designed to manage your sales workforce. And the sales force can be focusing on the most important opportunities and close them first, which is affect the revenue and affect the entire cash flow.
Yeah, so that's, and at the top of the screen, you can see this, it's a dashboard, right? So it's a live depiction of information in the system. That's why it's important, so that when it's been used by the sales guys to enter all the sales activities such as calls, meetings, and emails, and keep track of them. So as a manager in the management meeting, on the weekly meeting, or in a daily meeting, you can actually see information and filter out. So you can filter it by contact, that is a client contact, and see specific activities with the client contact. You can select a company. You can select a location. So if you have a multi-geographic reach out of the sales force, and you can see what kind of activities are going on in each location. You can have a sales area as well as the salesperson. So there's different ways for you to drill down and filter out information to have a clearer view of what's going on from different angles in the organization that is expected to help you. You can also, from the dashboard, create a new sales activity. If you're in it and you have a team meeting of the sales guys and you say, yeah, I need to schedule an activity, you can create right here from the dashboard, as well as you can create a new opportunity if an activity in the conversation has reached the status so that, okay, so it seems that there is an opportunity there, you can create it right from here, and it will then be captured in the database. So you don't have to click around to search where you can enter that information. You can do it right from the dashboard. So the next dashboard we wanted to show you, so that's kind of the next one, is the opportunity dashboard. So go ahead, Michael.
Yeah, the opportunity dashboard gives an understanding what is the last one, new and active statuses of all your sales funnel. And you can filter these opportunities by a particular client, particular person, a company, understand the age of the opportunity, understand the term, and this will give you like a better understanding, better picture about what will come when the time is coming. So age here we set up as a number of days. So based on that, you can make a decision about your average cycle, a sales cycle, and understanding where the client needs to be contacted and follow up with a salesperson or maybe a sales manager if it's needed.
And I think one other thing that we wanted to kind of be available for the senior management, again, is then when in any size of business, when the executives are getting together, they're just looking at what we're having, what are we working towards. So there's no other spreadsheet or some kind of any other place of where you can full information about what's going on as far as opportunities are in the next quarter, in this month. So this is a chance to kind of sit down and see. So that's what our pipeline looks like. So this is what we have right now in any given time, and you can plan, you can plan your growth or adjustments is required, because if information is in the system in the form of opportunities, you know what may be coming down the pipe. And that's that senior management tool that allows you to gauge where you're at and where the value efforts have to be focused on.
Yeah, and the next logical step from after the opportunity, you see at the top, just a previous slide, you see at the top the new RSA. So you can generate RSA based on the opportunity, and all those comments which we already have an external description will be moved to the RSA, so you can move forward and provide this kind of a pipeline to the operation. So this job become important in the and you just smoothly transfer this to the management approval and operations. So we build the entire pipeline, starting from the sales activity to the final invoice. Everything is connected, and we can see the full step-by-step process in RigER right now.
Yeah, and I think one other thing that kept coming up when we actually had a number of conversations with our existing clients and the future clients as far as the requirements with the CRM is that we don't want to transfer information manually. So everybody's tired of re-entering it from one spreadsheet into another, from one system into another. So we wanted to make sure that once a sales guy captured information in the sales activity, it gets transferred as an internal comment into the sales opportunity. And then that opportunity details in the opportunity gets transferred into the rental service agreement when it's created out of the opportunity. So there's that historic knowledge that gets entered by different people and augmented in the form of an internal comments, all retained. You don't need to re-enter it. It gets transferred very seamlessly.
Yeah, and definitely the next step is the reports. But we have one question, and thank you, Sean, to send us this question. Does the opportunity dashboard provide a summation of the value of the opportunities? Yes, but it's not showing at this particular screen. So definitely we can show you the value of each opportunity and provide you a kind of a sales funnel which will showing what's coming on. And again, it's a part of the development right now.
But thanks for the question. Yes, indeed. Okay, so but it's a good one indeed. So just to add, let's move to the sales report.
Talking about sales report. So this particular daily sales report is a very popular question from our clients, and this is how management team wants to see the entire daily report from the sales guys. So again, this report can be generated based from different period of time, but usually what we see clients set up this as a automatic email reporting, and every morning the manager can see what was done yesterday, what kind of sales activities, what kind of number of calls, meetings, what was at the table, every single conversation, and what should be our next steps for every particular salesperson. Same reports we keep in the system. It's a contact history, client history, location history. So definitely all the operational information become available for the sales team at their disposal, so they can understand the history of the client relationship, not only from the sales perspective, but on the operational perspective as well. Say, for example, you can see how often they replace the equipment, how they treat equipment, how many repair cards was generated after each run, and what kind of discount we discussed last time, and what we agreed to do the next time. So all those records could be in one system, and this is a huge advantage of RigER CRM, because when you have an integrated solutions, you do not need to generate any transactions back and forth to the other software. Say, for example, we had a project with integration with the CRM system, but to do that, we had at least two movement of the data. So a price management, which we use for RSAs, which we use for all the jobs, and those price management module and the information should be transferred to the CRM to generate the quotes, etc. And then the quotes should be converted to RigER back. So, and all the nomenclature list of items should be transferred to CRM as well, because operations and sales should use the same name, same items. So it's a huge amount of data moving back and forth, and estimating and evaluating the number of transactions and number of integration efforts from both software. We realized that it will be way easier for us to build a very simple and very robust solution for Oilfield, which will help us to manage Oilfield sales.
Perfect. Thank you, Michael. If you haven't seen RigER yet, you're one of the new and upcoming and thinking future clients. Just we're here to help you and answer any questions about that. If you're a client of ours, you're the dearest person to us at any moment in time. So reach out to us and we'll answer any questions. So thank you very much. And I wanted to introduce a couple more comments webinars so that you know what's coming down the pipe. So the next one in a week from now will be Oilfield Mobile Client. So we'll talk about the capabilities of the platform of ours on the mobile devices, how you can actually access your cloud system on the mobile device. Then right after, we'll talk about the business analytics. So again, it's an important topic that has come up in a number of conversations with our clients and the future clients as well when we meet them in events. In person earlier this year and the last year, as well as the virtual events this past 6 months. So we'll talk about the integration of RigER and the Power BI. So that's going to be in a couple of weeks. And we'll also then at the end of the month, we'll talk about the equipment maintenance module. So it has gone through a major overhaul. So we've added a lot of different functionalities to the maintenance module. So we'll be happily sharing with you the latest changes in that module and how you can benefit from that.
Yeah, we're still describing what we added to version 7.7 and convert operational management software, which RigER was before version 7.7, to Oilfield ERP system, which we have right now.
So that's in a nutshell what's coming down the pipe and in this next several weeks. And as I mentioned, please do reach out to us with any questions. We're more than happy to help you. And that note, we wanted to wrap up today's quick presentation and wish you the best of the rest of the day. And we'll be in touch again in a week's time.
Thank you so much, and talk to you soon.
Thank you.